Thank you for tuning in to Sundays at the Square. I'm your host, Toni Ringgold. I hope everyone is having a beautiful Sunday morning, enjoying yourself, getting yourself ready for the week, whether you're getting off of work or maybe you're just getting home from having some fun. It doesn't matter. I just want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in to Sundays at the Square, only on B106. Now, I'm going to get right into it because, you know, this is one of my favorite guests. I'm trying to think how many times I've had him on. I want to say it has been at least 5 times in the 2 years that I have been on B106. This guy, he has done so many different things. He is such a pillar in our community, and I so appreciate everything that he's doing. And, you know, when I have him on, it's always something major that he's doing. And I just found out, and he wouldn't even tell me the secret before we went on the air, I found out that he has some breaking news, so I'm super excited. I also want to give a shout out to our panelists that are sitting right here in the background in the cut. Like, why did she have us on this camera? Why did she have us on this radio right now? But I want to give a shout out to Mr. Michael Smith, a.k.a. Bay. Hey, Bay! And I want to give a shout out to the beautiful Casba the Great. Doesn't that sound like a... No, y'all, that's really her name. It's Casba the Great. Don't that sound like a superhero or something? I'm waiting on her to do some superhero tricks. What can you do, girl? What can you do? But listen, speaking of superheroes, I want to get right back to talking about Mr. Rod Duckett. Hey! And I want him to tell us a little bit about what he has coming up.
Hey, everybody. It's been a while since I've been on this radio show. I'm a little rusty. I don't think Toni loved me the way she's supposed to love me.
You know what?
She kept me away for a long time. It was like a divorce, you know. But now we're back together again, you know, kind of like LeBron James, Michael Jordan type thing. But anyhow, my name is Rodney Duckett. I'm with an organization known as IMPAC. Stands for Intelligent Minds, Proven and Applying Commitment. We focus on 3 things in the community. Number 1 is the self, teaching the self how to love the self, to improve the self, to make the self better. Number 2 is the family. Once the self is healed, we got to go to the family and begin to heal the family. And number 3, the community at large, society. How do that individual family connects to society? We're all one big family, and that's what we try to do with the IMPAC Outreach. I'm on here today really to kind of talk about the IMPAC, but also to promote our event. We have our wonderful, beautiful fundraiser that's coming up, our 2nd annual Taste of Africa, diving deep into culture. Reason why I started this event, it was simple. We always talk about Africa, but we never do anything to really respect, love, and show appreciation towards Africa. So I work with a lot of different Africans in the community, and I said, let's just have a big family reunion. Let everybody come, let everybody connect, and let everybody show each other love. And that's how the Taste of Africa got started.
I love it. And what I love about it is one of the things, if you don't know, aren't you a paleontologist or something? What are you, what's the word?
I have a degree in archaeology, specialized in biblical archaeology, which I deal with the Levant. If anybody knows anything about Levant, that's that Semitic triangle where all the religious things happen. But my forte is Ethiopia. That's why I'm always over in Ethiopia digging into the ground, seeing how...
Archaeology. Yeah. Hey, paleo, dinosaurs. Y'all know I get all mixed up. I don't know. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Well, every now and then we find some dinosaur stuff. It
really?
kind of freak you out. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's what's up.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so you with you actually being an archaeologist, it's not just about you knowing, having knowledge, but you actually get your hands dirty.
Yeah, you know, there's several different sides of archaeology. You actually have the ones that dig in the ground, the field guys. I'm kind of a field guy. I like to dig in the ground. I like to explore on hot days. I like to find things that really doesn't make any sense. Then you have the researchers, the ones that go and put everything together. You have the technology guys that does some typographical type stuff that leads us to different points. And then we have those presenters and guys that raise money in archaeology. So it's a very vast field. But yeah, it's fun. You know, I don't make any money doing it. That's why I have another job, but still I enjoy it. It's been something that I fell in love with as a child.
Yes, I think it's awesome. You know, I used to dig and stuff, but I would just find old rusty pennies. But hey, you do the real stuff. This is like awesome.
I do. Yes,
yeah.
I even smuggled some. Never mind.
Hey, hear that? Off the record. We're striking that from the record. And also, you are a nurse. Is that correct?
Yeah. I've been a nurse for going on about 17 years. A lot of people don't know that. I work in an emergency room. That's been kind of my area of expertise. And right now, I haven't told a lot of people this, but I'm back in school for my doctorate. So that's why I've been out of the community here. So hopefully in the next 2 years, you'll see me as Dr. Duckett. So
that's what you better be a doctor, Dr. Duckett. That's what's up. Man, I'm so every time you come, I get so excited. You know, it's some people that come around, they're just inspirational because you really see them living their best life. Like despite whatever life may throw their way or whatever, because we all go through different things. It's just good to see people come in and they're like, you know what, I'm doing this now. And it's like you're always constantly trying to improve yourself. I think that's an awesome thing.
Toni, it's all about self-improvement. It's all about conditioning. It's all about being yourself. A lot of people stay idle and stagnant. You have to challenge yourself. Challenges equal growth, and that's what it's all about. We have to grow every day. If we're not growing every day, we're dying. So everything is about growing. You know, like I tell people now, I've been back in the gym, and they say, you're looking kind of buff. It looked like you've been throwing up some weights. And I'm saying, I'm fighting 40. You don't understand. I ain't going to let 40 get me. I ain't going to have no Dunlap syndrome or none of that stuff. I want to be a fit, good-looking old man father. You know, the type of old man father where the little girls be like, you're kind of cute.
They call him Zaddy.
That's right. That's what I want to be. So I'm fighting 40, you know. But now everything's about self-improvement, guys. Whatever you want to do it today. You're not promised tomorrow. Life can be taken away from you. A lot of us already know that. So if there's a business, if you want to go out and make that hit record, if you want to open up that restaurant, if you want to travel the world, just do it. Just make plans and make it happen.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you are just tuned in, you are tuned in to Sundays at the Square. I'm your host, Toni Ringgold, and I am sitting with the incomparable, the amazing, the intelligent, the genius, soon to be Dr. Rodney Duckett. Woo!
Oh, my God. I thought Denzel was in here. Is Denzel coming on behind me?
Listen, he is the founder of IMPAC Outreach. I really want to get into that because I want people to understand what is it that you do. And, you know, we have occupations and we have things that pay our bills, but we also have things that we are passionate about. And what I have seen is that you have been consistent with IMPAC, and I love that it's constantly growing and becoming better. So I want people to know a little bit about that.
It's simple. You know, my job is what they pay me to do. My work is what I was born to do. So I can lose my job tomorrow, but I can never lose my work. So this work has been a purpose. It's been a gift. It's been a talent that's been given to me. I've been doing it for free for so many years. I've been helping out kids in the middle of the night. As Miss Casper can attest, she's been with me some nights when we've had to go reach out to young ladies that were sleeping in their cars or just on hard times. I'm that guy that you never really hear anything about. I'm that guy to get the phone calls when our kids have been removed from this community and placed in another community and they have to come back, or when they get put in prison. They hold my card with my number for some reason and call me and say, hey, Mr. Duckett, I'm coming back to Temple. I have no idea what to do, where to go. So I'm that guy. I'm that guy that make those connections. I'm no street dude. I'm no street thug. You know, my parents were well-to-do. I guess you can call me an aristocratic black guy if you want to. But one thing my mother did teach me, and I'm glad that she did teach me, is to give back to my community. And it's a blessing and privilege to be where I'm at. And a lot of people are not blessed and privileged like me. So I have a duty and obligation as a black man to reach back to my people and meet them where they are, bring them where I am, and push them higher than I could go.
Absolutely, absolutely. I love that. And one of the things that you've been doing for many years is you go into the juvenile detention center, right? And you mentor and work with the children there.
Yeah, for the last 15 years, I've been beating the pavement. We go in, we work with the kids on employment coaching and planning, career coaching and planning. We also work with them with life skills, cognitive education type of stuff to make them better. But honestly, I have to be like for real for you. Like the last 18 months, I've kind of been out of the way. And Miss Casper and Miss Miriam and Miss Maria, Mr. Terrence, and now Miss Shantavia is back. Mr. Richard White, Shake the Poet. A lot of these different people have been stepping up and inside the juvenile detention center and helping me out. So it's kind of like my legacy has almost come through. It's like my legacy is happening where people are stepping up and realizing that these children are untapped potential, and we have a moral duty and obligation to work with them. And
so you work with them and you help to try to build them up so that when they get out, they are able to re-enter society and not re-offend. Now, some of these kids don't have places to go, and I know that was another thing that you've been really working on.
Yeah, you know, for about 15 years, honestly, guys, I felt like a big failure because the recidivism rate is very high. A lot of kids get out. A lot of kids are homeless. And I never had the opportunity to really put together a living learning center for them when they get out. So finally, you know, I got up off my butt and I made things happen. And we just now purchased some land.
Yes.
So, and more of that will be disclosed later on, probably on your show. So we just now purchased the land, and we're in the designing phase of our property. And I like to thank the people that contribute so much. You know, our nonprofit came up with majority of it. Me and Terrence came out of our pockets, and then we did have a lot of community support. You know, I can't say her name enough, Miss Lavina Sabri.
Yes,
brought
Miss
us over
Lavina.
the hump. She wrote me a big check, and she'll probably be mad because I'm talking about her. Ronnie Russell helped out with the Black Panther movie.
Yes.
And then just all the staff, like Miss Casper, Miss Miriam, all of these guys have just been like beating the pavement trying to make this thing happen, and they understand the philosophy. It's not about us, it's about our future, and our future is the investment that we have in our youth.
And basically, when he's talking about getting over the hump and purchasing this land, what he is going to be doing is he is making a living learning center. So some of those kids that don't have a place to go, they'll have a place to be able to come and to learn, to be able to really like thrive.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I think it's awesome what you're doing.
Yes.
Awesome what you're doing. Hey guys, we're going to take a short break, but we will be right back with Sundays at the Square. Don't touch that dial.